Do you guys think it's funny that I call it mud? Sense of adventure, always wanted to travel. I knew that I wanted to do something that, one, I could look back on and say I had done and completed, a difficult thing. Being in the military is not an easy task. And I wanted to get a sense of the world that I wasn't going to get reading about it or watching it on TV. In the Marine Corps, I worked my way up to sergeant. When I transitioned out of the Marine Corps, I went into the Army. I worked my way up to the enlisted ranks while going to college and being in the military up to E7. I was Sergeant First Class. Then I commissioned and I became a second lieutenant, and I worked my way up to captain. So if you add it all together, I was promoted 10 times, and I'm retiring as a captain. The beauty, I was in Okinawa for my first duty station. I've seen sunfish that were 8 foot tall. I've seen the shore of Korea, Thailand, the temples of Thailand, in Hungary, the great basilicas, remarkable things to see that I would not have seen otherwise. I gain more value out of service than profit. Being a teacher is a natural extension of that. I am a teacher through the Troops to Teachers program. It seemed to be a natural fit from being a leadership position as a commander to coming into a classroom to be able to impart all kinds of life experience behind what I teach as a government teacher and a psychology teacher. I enjoy working out on my land. I live on an acreage. I spend a lot of time with my daughter, do a lot of reading. I'm not a big television person. I find that there is a lot of TV that generates very little value. Reality TV to me it promotes the wrong kind of ideals that I think people should try to strive for. I prefer to research something or read something to where it gave me an idea that I could look for, research in the future, gain more knowledge. Television doesn't do that for me. Well, the tattoos tell a story of what I did and who I am in the military. For example, we have Okinawa, got Thailand. It's the places that I visited or was stationed in. And then on the left arm is where the places that I ended up fighting, with the phrases that are listed here describing those events. As it is a significant part of my life, I see these as a way to continue to say, this is what I did. These are the places I've been, this is my story, this is what they represent, in a way that stays with me even after I hung up the uniform. It's a morale thing. A lot of the students here, and teachers now, look forward to it. Apparently I make a pretty good cup. Because if you think about it, you come to class, sit down, drink a cup of coffee, and then go into what we're learning about with our government. To get to learn the best practices and learn from my fellow teachers what right looks like. To impart to the students, because as it starts the seniors, it goes down, that I'm passionate about what I do. I'm passionate. Government is something that I would talk about even if I wasn't a government teacher. And then lastly is to really become comfortable in my skin as a teacher and not as a military officer.
Also, do you know why there's an elf hat up there?
I have no clue why there's an elf hat up there. I believe that is something that was left by Mr. Putnam. I have yet to discover why, and when I ask him, he changes the subject. I'm thinking a conspiracy is afoot. Or he wore an elf hat for something to do with winter or something and hung it up there and left it alone.